Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up. All the way up.
Yep, right on.
What it is, folks, Bradley back again. Are we back? Are we live? I'm hoping so. Folks, look who I got next to me. Andy Audate. Now, this young gentleman, 22 years old.
Yes, sir.
22 years old, out moving and shaking, making moves. Making moves like a good man would. What you got working?
I love it. Right now, what I got working is the Sales Growth Conference.
The Sales Growth Conference in Southern California, apparently.
Right on. LA, actually, to be specific.
What location?
The Los Angeles Airport Marriott Hotel.
What they going to learn?
Man, they're going to learn how to get in front of their customers, but also attract their customers, their prospects to them, versus going out and getting leads. How about you bring them to you? Getting in front of your customers, getting more leads, and therefore increasing your income.
Work smart, not hard.
Right on. Make more money in less amount of time as well.
Yeah, so I'm going to try to log on while we talking so I can get some questions from folks to see if we can't get them interested in going to your event, because guess what, folks? How much is it? Is it $3,000?
I wish.
How much is
I
it?
should make it $3,000, but it's $349 for a ticket.
That's it?
$349 for a ticket. Get yourself around the right group of people, like-minded individuals that's ready to go next level in their sales. Because that's what I want to do, man. I want to take my sales to the next level, like my man Bradley.
Coming?
Charlie Cheena's coming. Charlie Cheena in the building. That's Bradley's vice president. So, you know, Bradley's a closer. Charlie Cheena is one as well. And we have Greg Walker, Greg the Big Dreamer Walker, Eric Stoller, and myself, of course, and a few other cats.
Yeah, dude, that Charlie Cheen is a machine. I can tell you that right now, dude. He don't play. He quit school because of recess. He don't play at all. I would be down there myself if I wasn't pre-scheduled to be somewhere else, because I know for a fact that several of the speakers know what they're talking about. Getting to know this cat a little bit, damn, dude, you're moving and shaking.
I'm definitely moving and shaking.
So what's your story?
I'm a 22-year-old motivational speaker now, but back in the day, I was growing up in Pawtucket, Rhode Island, and I was lost. I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do with my life. And I knew I wanted to get into sales, so I got into Metro PCS. And a man called James Jackson, a black entrepreneur, was like, you know what? I like you. I'm going to show you the ropes in this business, in the cell phone business. And he taught me the ropes. A year after working for him, I opened up my own store. Went up to 4 stores, and during that time, I went broke. I had 14 employees, went broke, had no money, and was like, dude.
How'd you go broke?
I thought money was coming in all the time, but in business, there's peaks and there's valleys. I hit a peak, and I started spending money crazy, and then I hit a valley. So now I got payroll. I had a $4,000 payroll that I had to give to my employees, and I didn't have the money. So I went out, hustled so many cell phones on the street, and when I did that, I was out on the street, and I realized, like, dude, I need to do something else. You know, I don't think this is for me. I need to do something else, because I realized that not only was I doing this business, but I had employees who were looking up to me, and I was trying to get them to a mindset of positivity and progressing. Mm-hmm. And that's why I opened up the business. And they weren't progressing in their mindset, and you know, I was making money at the time. I lost it, learned something, but then I bounced back after doing those sales in the streets, and then I made a move to LA to become a speaker. I wanted to speak to people instead of trying to funnel them through a cell phone business and try to get their mindset right. I just said, you know, I'm gonna speak to them. That's when I moved to LA.
I started speaking.
I got introduced to a man called Les Brown. I already was listening to him, but then...
Is that how you know Greg Walker?
No. I know Greg Walker because of Ken Walls. I came here to...
How do you know Ken Walls?
He demoed me. He demoed LightSpeedVT.
So you know Ken Walls because of LightSpeed?
Because of LightSpeed.
Right on. See,
LightSpeed's like the
small
connector.
World, folks. It's a small world.
LightSpeed's the connector.
So listen, if you guys are in the LA area, or even if you're not and you want to take a jaunt down to LA and learn how to attract customers, it says sales grow, so it's all about growing your sales.
Right.
It's phenomenal. Joe Jackson, I know you're in Canada. Lori, what's going on? Clara, Michelle Prescott's joining. Appreciate you guys sharing this out. Lisa Patrick, what's happening? If you guys want to ask this gentleman questions to see if it's worthy or not, I've already like, you know, threw some stuff at him to see if he could handle it. He can handle it. If you guys have some questions you want to throw his way, I'm sure you'd be happy to answer.
Of course. What I stand for, my message is no more average. Stop being average. Stop being like the other people around you that that lifestyle is not for you or that mindset is not for you. That's what my message is. And you can take that message into sales, and when you start doing that, your sales will naturally increase. That's what my message is. But we're also going to have Omar Periu at the conference. He's speaking at the conference. He's a Fortune 500 sales expert.
How long is he up there for?
45 minutes.
45 minutes?
45 minutes.
Better give him an hour, son.
45 minutes, man.
How much you get?
30 minutes.
That's all?
That's it, man.
You're only giving yourself 30 minutes?
I'm only giving myself 30 minutes. It's about the people. It's not about me. It's about the people. That when they leave the conference, they have daily actionable steps to actually go increase their sales and say, the reason I was able to do this was because of the conference. Folks, I'll get my time up there.
Even if you get one more sale out of the deal, it sounds like it's a good deal.
Of course.
Even if you only get one more sale. But like I always say, man, I don't necessarily go to these things for the speakers, even though, hey, a lot of times they got a lot of good things to say. You know what I go for? I go for the networking. I go for the people in the seats. Mm-hmm. I go for relationships, networking, deals. More deals are made in those audiences than anything. So you go in there, I don't know what you sell, but if you sell something, go in there and learn how to attract more sales and close some people while you're there. Not to mention, man, you get to meet new people. And I always say the more hands you shake, the more money you make.
That's a good idea. That's a good mantra to have.
You want to take it? You can use it.
I can use it?
Sure.
The more hands you shake, the more money you make.
You going to say that at the event?
Nah.
You should.
Nah, maybe I should.
You should.
Yeah, I should play this. I should play this at the event. Hey,
look, when are you coming back to Rhode Island? Chris wants to know.
When am I coming back to Rhode Island? Very soon. Albert Preciado joined. Albert Preciado, I'm going to be contacting you, brother. I'm definitely going to.
Albert Preciado. Hey, you want me to tell him what you told me earlier?
No, I'm going to tell Albert what happened. I'll tell Albert. I got to call you, man. I got to tell you what happened at the conference last.
He's old slick dog. He's using his own skills to get up in you deep.
Hey, man, it's not giving hints, man.
But you want to learn? You better go to the sales conference. Where else can they learn? I heard you got a book out.
I do. You mind throwing it to me?
What's the book name?
No More Average.
No More Average.
No More Average. Overcome an average life and live as the real you. Like the real version of you that you have in here, innately in here.
Reach that potential.
Reach that potential.
How you tap into it. Lori Hurd, you're going to come visit me? That is fantastic news. But that's in Las Vegas, man. Eric Patrick Thomas, he says, what's up? In Flint, Michigan. Basil. I love that name, dude. If I was an English dude, I'd want to be named Basil.
How has change affected sales affected your life?
Sales?
Yeah.
Dude, I wouldn't be here if I didn't master sales, but I'm the master.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm the master salesperson on planet Earth.
So how important is it to go to a conference about sales? Or not important?
Well, it's not important if you're not interested in networking and growing your business. I mean, it's not important at all.
So networking is important?
Well, it depends on who you are. If you don't want to grow your business, then going to your conference is worthless.
Okay. But if you want to grow your business, be at the conference.
Then it'd be important to go.
Right on.
Simple.
Right on.
But I don't know who's watching. I mean, there might be people down there going, dude, I don't need to scale my business. I don't need to meet new people. I'm happy where I am. And I always tell people, if you're happy where you are right now, don't do a thing. Stop what you're doing.
Last week or 2 weeks ago, I went to Albert Preciado's conference, Driven event, which he's having another one next year. And I actually got to meet Bradley. Have dinner.
Whoop. Keep going. I got some sound still?
Have dinner with Bradley. And that's why you go to these conferences. You want to connect with the right individuals. After having dinner with them, I connected with some gentlemen who are running their own business, and I connected with them, and hey, we're going to do something in the future. So it's all about being around the right people and educating yourself.
Let me ask you a question, Andy.
Ask me a question.
If you were stuck on an island,
mm-hmm.
like you're definitely going to be stuck on an island, and you can only bring 3 items with you,
mm-hmm.
what would they be?
My cell phone.
His cell phone?
Number 1. A wireless booster.
A wireless booster?
Yeah. And some food.
And some food?
Yeah. Dude, because I'm going to call somebody, and I probably won't have service there, so the booster is going to help me get service to my cell phone.
Hopefully.
And in the meantime, I get some food.
Why wouldn't you bring a boat and a girl and some wine?
Dude, I'm not as slick as you, man.
Why wouldn't you bring a helicopter?
I'm not as slick as you. I should have brought a boat, man. That would have been simple, right? That would have been simple. I should have brought a boat.
Yeah, you should have brought a boat. See, most people accept their circumstances when they don't realize there's other options out there.
Ooh.
Just like when you ask questions to people. Remember the questions we were talking about earlier?
It's the way you ask them.
People, I forget the first question, but one is like, people want to know if they want to get married. Okay? You want to get married? People say, well, if you say no, you kind of look like a bad guy. Why don't you want to get married? Or if the girl doesn't want to get married, well, that must mean you don't love me.
Right.
But if you think about questions and you just pose it from a different point of view, asking someone if they want to get married and the answer is yes or no, even if they're in love, like two people love each other a lot and they want to get married, they want to tie the knot, and they want to be married. My question would be, if you should get divorced or break up, do you want the state involved in your affairs? What would your answer be?
No.
Well, then you don't want to get married, because when you get married, all you're doing is you're legally entering into a contract with the state that you get married in, and you're saying that you want them to be involved if you two should ever,
So then
disagree.
it's all about how you word the question then.
Well, not only that, but you don't need to get married legally by the state. Like, what's the state got to do with it? Like, are you guys trying to prove your love to the state?
Some people just want the ring. Like, hey, right, so I'm gonna show my friends, like, hey, I got married.
You get married. You can say you're married. I mean, you ever ask somebody to prove that they're married when I've never done that.
No.
Someone says, "This is my wife," I believe it's their wife.
Whether they got a ring or not.
But the point being is, when you ask that question, most people don't look at it from that point of view. What was the other question? Do you remember?
The other question that we were talking about?
Yeah, what was the other question? Look,
Dude.
Terrence Freeman just joined. He said, "Great evening, everyone. What's up?"
Terrence Freeman, I hope to see you at the conference, sales conference,
Yeah,
sales
share
growth
this
conference.
out, man. Share this out, folks.
Share this out.
We only got 29 folks. I'm damn near embarrassed. I'm going to jump off of here. You got to at least get 50. You got at least 50. Michael Burt, Coach Burt's on here. You want to talk about sales expert? You better go check out Coach Burt. You should have had Coach Burt speak at your event. You ever heard of Coach Burt?
I have, actually. I saw his book in the client room.
Coach Michael Burt.
I definitely got to connect with Coach Michael Burt.
Dude, that dude don't
I definitely
play.
got to connect with him.
Guess what he did?
What did he do?
He quit school because of recess. Mandy Madden, what's up,
Dude,
Mandy?
I didn't quit school because of recess, though. I'm trying to remember why I quit school. Why I dropped out.
I quit school because of recess, dude. I don't play, man.
You dropped out of college?
I didn't go to college.
You dropped out of high school?
I dropped out of high school.
You had recess in high school?
Unemployed, all non-void, walking around like I'm Pretty Boy Floyd. Then I turned stick-up kid, but look what I done did. Got sent up for an 8-year bid. Then my manhood was took.
What?
Charles, you know
He said that, my man. Man.
Yeah, your manhood was took, and your Maytag spent the next 2 years as an undercover being used and abused and served like hell till one day you was found hung dead in the cell.
Did you know I used to be a rapper?
Huh?
I used to be a rapper.
So did I.
And you rapping right now?
Every Christmas I turn into a rapper.
Every Christmas.
Yeah, someone got to wrap them gifts.
My name used to be
Santa
Young
Claus
A
ain't real.
Music. That was my name, Young A Music. I don't know if you knew that. I used to be a rapper, Young
I used
A
to be a
Music.
rapper. They called me Fresh White.
Fresh White?
Yep.
What happened?
I gave it up. I wasn't very good, dude.
No record deal?
I'd say shit like, I'm tearing you up just like a lion. You better dry up before your fans see you crying. You get your
Bars.
rhymes and you get your beats straight off the show called Sesame Street.
Bars.
See? That's why I quit.
Freestyle.
That's why I quit.
Can you freestyle?
No, but I'm
I
trying
would
to figure out where
freestyle,
these
but my
comments are
style
coming in,
ain't free.
Up or down.
I would freestyle, but my style ain't free. Look at that. Look at that. I would freestyle.
Dude, we got a lot of likes, laughs, and comments, man. They must like us rapping. Gabriel Herrera. I dropped out in the 10th grade because I wanted fast money, and that was short-lived. What's up, people? Hey, so
Dude,
listen,
I
man.
can't quit, man.
Listen what I want you to do. I want you to go. Where do they go buy
Sales,
tickets?
salesgrowthcon.com. Salesgrowthcon. Omar is going to be, but what you're going to get out of it is how to increase your income, 10x your income, and get around the right people. Meet people like Omar Perry, Charlie Chena, and just, hey,
Andy Audate.
myself. And I don't know who else is going to be in the seats, but you're going to have C-level executives and sales professionals who are ready to go to that next level. That's who you want to be around if you want to increase your income.
Do you want to increase your income? Who doesn't want to increase their income? The question you guys have right now is, damn, is this going to be worth it? Is this going to be worth it? That's what your job is to convince them that this is actually worth A, the $350 bill, B, driving through LA traffic to get to it, C, driving home. D, all the money they're going to lose while they're there. So it's not always $349, man. You got to compile into the aggravation of travel and the lost productivity and, you know, all of that. That's what you got to make them understand.
Well, there's opportunity cost, and then there's the cost of the opportunity.
That's right.
Cost of the opportunity is $349 plus the expenses plus your time. I know your time is very valuable. I thought about that ahead of time. Your time is very valuable, and you dish out your hard-earned money. But there's also opportunity cost, which is losing something that you never knew was actually there. I didn't know that I was going to have dinner with Brad Lee. This is the first time I met him, but if I wasn't at the event 2 weeks ago, I wouldn't have dinner with him, and I wouldn't be here today. So if I didn't go to Driven, I wouldn't be here today. So that would have been an opportunity cost.
That's right.
You know, and you don't know who you might meet. You might meet your next biggest client.
You might meet your next spouse.
Oh, that too, or your best friend. You know, I met Edward over at a group. I just showed up. It's about showing up. If you don't show up, you're gonna miss out on opportunities. Show up.
Dude, why be average? Be savage.
Who said that, Daniel?
Daniel Joseph.
Dude, you already know, man. Why be average? Be savage. No more average, man. I can't quit. You can't quit either.
Dude, if you're better than half the people in the world, if you're better than 4 billion people, you're still average.
Yeah, we did the math earlier.
So you want to learn how not to be average? Because you do not want to be average. You want to be above average.
Correct.
In order to do that, you have to think right now, are you better than 4 billion people on this planet? Because if you are, you're still average. How do you get above average? Get that book? Where do they get that book?
NoMoreAverageBook.com.
NoMoreAverageBook.com.
You know what? Tell you what. For the people that share this Facebook stream, I'll give you the book for free. You take care of shipping, I'll give you the book for free. Just share it and message me and say, hey, I shared this. You'll get the book for free.
Where do they follow you? Andy Audate?
Andy Audate, A-U-D-A-T-E. Was I tagged? No, so A-N-D-Y-A-U-D-A-T-E. All of Instagram, Twitter.
Yo Joe Jackson a book because he just shared it.
Joe Jackson, contact me, brother. And be sure to get your ticket. I want to meet you in person. I want to meet you in person, shake your hand, have you front row with me.
That is right. No, Gabriel, I am not going only because I was pre-scheduled to do something else. Otherwise, I'd go down there because I like to go to these events to learn. I like to go to these events to network. I like to go to these events to contribute. But hey, when he showed up here, I started talking to him. I wasn't going to do a Facebook Live with him, but I found out he actually ain't stupid.
You thought I was stupid at first?
Everybody's stupid until you prove me different.
So what did I do to prove it different?
You answered good questions.
Good.
You kept up with me.
Good.
A lot of people can't keep up. You weren't average. How about that? You must have read this book.
I read the book and I wrote it.
Yeah, so cats, if you're in LA, it's easy decision to make. Why don't you give them some sort of discount?
Give them some sort of discount?
Yeah, what are you afraid of?
I'm not afraid of anything, man. I'm not
How
afraid
do
of
you get
anything.
a discount,
So look,
dude? $349, that's what every average person pays. You can't expect above average people to pay $349.
Look, so the discount code is success. Go to salesgrowthcon.com, use discount code success.
And what's that do?
25%.
25%. I just saved you some money, kids.
25%.
Look at that, dude. You already made money and you haven't even shown up yet.
Dude, let's do this.
See how that is?
Let's do this. I want to see you at this conference, and if I can help you, which I will.
You sound like my man Jamal
Jamal, dude.
Not Jamal, Jaleel. No, yeah, Jaleel.
Who's
the king of Miami real estate. Let's do this.
Oh, what's good, folks? Is that guy?
Yeah.
Is that guy? I know who you're talking
about. The king's here, folks.
What's good, folks? Man, he's a character. He's definitely a character.
All right, folks, listen, if you got any questions, now's the time to answer them. You want
ask me a question.
Me? Svetlana says 30%. When is it again?
September 29th.
September 29th.
We got
That's
what?
about 14 days.
September 29th is it's a Friday. September 29th in LA,
Daniel
and we're gonna hang out that night.
Buy 20 books.
Let's get it on, Daniel Joseph.
Yeah, stop threatening him with a good time.
Let's get it on, Daniel Joseph. We're gonna hang out that night, man. That night it's gonna be networking central. Plus we get dinner or lunch with the speakers, man. VIP gets dinner. No, they get lunch with the speakers. We're going to chill in the separate access only, VIP access only lounge where we just talk business and we just mastermind for a few moments.
Network mastermind. I'll bet you $50. I'll bet you 50 cash if you show up there with the right mindset, with the right intentions, and you go and you shake every single hand at that event, which is hard to do, but if you do it and you introduce yourself, I'll bet you $50 it's worth $949.
You know what tends to happen, man? People say that, yeah, it happened to him, but it won't happen for me. You know, like I went to the German conference.
That's shitty thinking from the get-go.
Hey, but look, you just have to make a decision.
You can't get shitty. You got to get gritty.
Get gritty.
Dude,
but just show up, man.
Here's the thing: when you introduce yourself to people, magic things happen. When people don't introduce themselves to people, it's because they're afraid of rejection. They're afraid of looking stupid, and they're afraid of, what might happen. When in reality, 92% of the time, what you fear is going to happen never even happens. But more importantly, let me just tell you this. When I walk up to somebody, here's why I don't fear introducing myself to anybody. I don't really care who it is. I'll walk up to anybody at any time and introduce myself, because here's what I'm thinking. What do I have if I don't know that person? What do I have?
You have something?
I have nothing.
You do have some things.
Dude, don't argue, son.
Okay.
You have nothing in this analogy. I walk up to this person, I shake their hand, I have nothing at this point. When I shake a hand, I could have a friendship, I could have a deal, I could have a network, I could have a lot of things, but if I don't shake his hand, I have nothing. So you're fearing losing nothing. You're fearing nothing because you don't have anything before you approach the person. Same thing with a girl. You want to ask a girl out. Maybe some of you ladies want to ask some stud out, and you're afraid. You don't want to tell them that you're interested. You don't want to make that introduction because you're afraid of what they might think. You're afraid of what they might say. So let's say you're afraid they might say no. Well, what does no mean? No means you don't get to date. Right?
Yeah.
Well, you weren't dating before you introduced yourself.
Right.
So you stop any chance of ever getting what you want by not making that introduction. If I went to how many people have seen me at an event? I'll shake everybody's hand, take pictures, sign things, anything you want, because guess what? A, I don't think I'm a celebrity, because I'm not. B, because I want to meet people. I want to introduce myself to people. I got a bunch of different cards at the Driven event. I got a bunch of different cards at the 10X Growth Con, and a lot of those turned into deals.
And you were a speaker there too.
Well, of course.
So you had you did
naturally.
You did that 2 networking opportunities. You got on stage, you spoke, and you also shook hands.
Well, me speaking just gives me the advantage of everybody seeing who I am,
right. So
it's easier to want to meet me or meet them. But if I went to your event, like I said, it's great what everybody's going to say on stage. I want to meet everybody in the audience. I want to meet everybody on stage too, because they're included. But if I go to that event, I want to meet every single person there. If you go to an event with 10,000 people, your job should be to introduce yourself to every single person there. Introduce yourself.
How do you overcome that fear for those people that are scared? Real quick, just how do you overcome that fear?
Well, that's what I was trying to say is there's nothing to fear. You're fearing losing something, losing your pride, losing your integrity, losing your, opportunity. Like there's nothing to fear because you don't have it to begin with.
Understood.
Like if I see a hot girl, I'm married, so again, my wife to me is the hottest one ever. However, if I wasn't married and now I see hot girls again, I've never been afraid to walk up and talk to girls. Why? I don't have anything before I started. What can I lose?
Gotcha.
See, I used to know this guy named Rich in school. Ugly, man. He was so ugly, dude. He would literally, I'm telling you, dude, one of the ugliest dudes ever. He was ugly, dude. Ugly dude. And, not no body, nothing, just ugly. Didn't have no money. Like there was no reason on earth you'd ever want to talk with this dude. And this dude got more girls than almost anybody. And I sat there with him one day at lunch, and I'm like, dude, how in the hell did you get so many girls? And you know what he said?
He just kept doing it.
No, he said, what do you mean? I said, dude, how do you get so many girls? He's like, I don't. I get turned down all the time. And I said, well, how do you get so many? Because the dude got a bunch of girls. And I'm like sitting there thinking, he's like, dude, I don't get a bunch of girls. I barely get girls. I only get a few of them. And then it dawned on me, that some bitch was asking out 500 times more girls than anybody else.
Dude.
Well, that's what it was. He wasn't getting a lot of girls compared to who he was asking out, but he kept asking everybody out. He asked everybody out. Hey, how you doing? Want to go out? No. After 1,000, one desperate chick must have said yeah. And boom, he got a girl. And we're like, dude, how the hell did he get that girl? Well, he asked 1,000 of them out. But he wasn't afraid to get rejected because he understood what I'm trying to teach you people. You don't have anything to begin with.
Oh, I got it.
You're not losing anything.
Dude, you just got to go for it, man.
You're only losing it if you don't do it.
Ooh.
If you don't shoot the basket, you ain't going to make it.
Dropping bombs right there.
Well, that's true. I wish I had my sound effects. Give me some sound effects. Ain't you used to be a rapper? No, dude, like a beatboxer. It's more like that, dude.
Is it?
You sounded more like a fart. Do it again.
I ain't do
Anyway,
anyhow,
folks, listen. If I can teach you anything, if Andy can teach you anything, listen to this. If you don't go to the event, you ain't gonna make any new deals. You ain't gonna make any new things from the people that are there. There'll be hundreds of people there, some sharp cats, and everyone ain't 22 with a book. You got Charlie Chena, VP of Sales here. That dude is like, I can tell you right now, if I had to choose between me going into a room and networking or Charlie Chena going in a room and networking, between me and him, I only had one shot to work that room properly, I'd send Charlie. Charlie can go up and introduce himself and get conversation going. He comes out with all the cards. He's like that ugly kid.
He just keeps doing it.
He just talks to everybody, dude, and that's why he gets more deals, he gets more cards, he gets more relationships. And it's like, you look at Charlie in a room, he ain't sitting there talking to people he knows. One time I seen him and he just walked by me like he didn't know me. I'm thinking, dude, that's rude. What's up? He said, dude, I already know you ain't buying nothing.
Oh, that's amazing.
Just kept walking, just boom, boom, boom. He wasn't interested in talking. He wasn't interested in having conversation, talking about who's here, who's not here. He was there to meet every single person in the building. And that's what he does. And that's why I will send Charlie into a room before I'll go into a room, because Charlie will do a better job in that room. I'll try to meet people, but I'm also looking for a cocktail. And by the time I have 2 or 3, well, then I'm just looking to have fun and chit chat. So I might slow down my
I get a lot of questions.
search.
I get a lot of questions, Brad. Like, how do you do such a thing at 22? Or like you put on a conference, you write a book. And the reason why I'm able to do such amazing things to the average person is because I get around people like Brad. I get around the right type of people. And where do I find these people? At these type of events, because they pay to invest into themselves. So that's why you want to be there, to show up and be around the right type of people. That's right. How you advance in life. That's really how I truly believe you advance. I didn't know how to write a book 6 months ago. I got around the right type of people. They showed me the ropes. I didn't know how to put on a conference 7 months ago. I got around the right type of people. They showed me the ropes. And I met all those people at events like this.
Lisa Marie Kennedy, how you doing? She says the way to get a girl is storytelling.
Yo, that's true. That is true. With experience, I can tell you that.
Is that true, Charles?
If you're in,
is that true?
That's how you get a girl?
You get a girl is storytelling. The number one way to get girls is to lie.
No.
Oh
False.
yeah.
Nah.
Oh yeah, dude. You straight up lie to them, and that's how you get them quickest.
In the comments, write down which is the best way: great storytelling or to lie to get a girl. I think it's great storytelling. If you are a great storyteller to a female, she's like,
as long as I can lie, I'll pick up way more than the best storyteller. Because while you're telling the story, I'm going to walk up and say I'm a multi-million-dollar doctor. And she'll be telling you to hold your story for a little while. She'll say, shh, tell me your story later. I'm going with this multi-million-dollar doctor.
But it depends
and
what
then
the story
I go over
is.
and do my business, and she finds out I ain't a doctor. She's going to be running back to listen to the rest of your story.
Dude, I'm out of here, man.
But if you want to tell the truth, you shouldn't be lying to anybody. I'm just saying though, like I like to keep it real. The best people I've ever seen pick up chicks were the liars.
Lisa says it's a numbers game though.
Because they're lying. Well, that too. I mean, that ugly dude, he just outworked everybody else. But at the end of the day, dude, the liars are the ones that get all the girls temporarily. Temporarily. Because let's face it, there's some gold diggers out there. And then that's another thing. People want to hate on gold diggers. What do you want to hate on gold diggers for? Like, you want some dumb chicks? Because who shouldn't be interested in gold? If I was a girl looking for a dude, he better have some money. Right or wrong? Like, again, keep it real. Tell the truth.
Yeah.
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 It's like, dude, he better have some money. Like, you shouldn't be ashamed because you want money as a element.
But what if
in
that's their
relation.
focus, though? They come to you and it's like, Brad has money? Okay.
Dude, if their focus isn't money, then that makes them kind of dumb. You want a dumb girl?
No, she only likes you because you have money.
Well,
If
yeah.
she only likes you because you have money. If you lost your money, hey, I'm out.
Dude, look, at least that means she has her goals straight. But I'm just saying, like keep it real. People want to hate on girls they want to talk about their gold diggers. Let me tell you who accuses girls of being a gold diggers.
People got no money.
Broke some bitches.
People got no.
People that don't have no money and they don't like them. So, oh man, that's a gold digger.
You want to know the national sign for being broke? Dude. Girl, you go take a girl out on a date and she hands you the check and she order all these things and you're like, dude, that's the national sign of being broke.
There ain't nothing wrong with gold digging, ladies. If I were you, I'd make sure that the person had money. I'd make sure that the person had good credit. And then after those two things, would I get to know the individual? They ain't got no money. They ain't got no credit. Later, wouldn't
dude.
even qualify. Wouldn't even qualify. And I don't hate you because you're smart. Anyway, kids, go to this event. I got to run because my wife, who by the way, didn't even know I had any loot when she met me.
Good stuff.
She had to be revealed. She only realized it when she came to the house the first time. Then she wouldn't leave. No, just joking. Anyway, all kidding aside, dude, go to this guy's event. Meet some people. Shake every hand in the audience, and I guarantee you get your money's worth. Don't go. Don't meet those people, and I guarantee you that you don't have a shot at making any money there and doing any business. You got to show up. How important is showing up?
Show up.
See, these guys came up here drove 4 hours, dude, and I told them I might sit with them. But they showed up. Not only did I sit with them, we did a drop and bomb, we did a Facebook Live, we chit-chatted, shot the shit, had a little lunch, bought them lunch.
Dude, he took care of me.
See that?
Lightspeed is the place to come, man.
Because he showed up, dude. So get the book. How much is this book?
$25.
Damn, dude, that's an expensive book.
Dude, it's going to be worth it. It's going to be worth it.
Expensive book.
It's worth
I'm not
every
saying
single
it's
penny.
expensive. I'm saying it's expensive.
Expensive.
Now, let me tell you something. $25 to read a book, if there's nothing in it, is still worth it. Why? Because, dude, all you have to do is learn one thing in here that makes you hundreds of thousands of dollars throughout your life. Every book has a nugget in it, even this one. And not that it doesn't have many nuggets in it. I'm trying to tell you, dude, get the kid's book. He's 22-year-old hustling. Let's support this dude and let him end up a story so when he looks back, he can have a story. Because right now he's just new. Ain't you?
I'm new.
He's just new. Just a young
Right now,
coming up
I'm
in
new.
the game.
Coming up in the game.
Buy his book, go to his conference. Other than that, man, we got to roll.
Salesgrowthcon.com. Use promo code SUCCESS for the next 24 hours. You get 25% off.
You heard him. Peace.
Salesgrowthcon.com.
Nothing can stop me, I'm all the way up.